guys. All right, let's see if this is working. Oh, I'll have to do it this way. I wanted to get on here and do our fabulous Friday. I am wanting to make sure that I'm live because sometimes it just will take a bit to show up. There we go. All right, there we go. Cool. Oops, there we go. All right, I wanted to make sure it was muted. Whoops, there we go. Whoops, okay, there you go. I had it muted, but I guess the volume clicked back on. All right, there we go. Okay, good. So I am on here today to do a, well, I have two things I want to do. I want to do our card class, and I also wanted to show you a couple treats that I got from my friend Candy. Let me move this back a little bit so you can see my cute ears. I know I wore these the other day. That's it for now. Yeah, she gave me two things. So Candy is my upline, and I work for her. I actually make stuff for her sometimes too. Like I make paper pumpkin alternatives and things like that. And she'll give me pay me with product credit and things like that. Today she gave me this. It is the new, it's called Dots and Spots die. So she was like, I have this extra die and I want to give it to you. Look it's polka dots. And she knew that I could use it for a Minnie Mouse card. So thanks, Marcia. Yeah, these are my new favorite ears. I've got a few favorite ears, but how cute are these spots and dots? So this makes it's kind of unusual that we have a die that's so big, but this would cover a whole card. So if I put my card here, well, let me turn it over. So this would cut out little dots for the entire card. And so you could use it as a background or a peekaboo. I don't know. I just think I'm so excited. So yeah, I got that from Candy, who is my upline, and she wanted to surprise me with a little treat. And so I was super excited to get that. I can't wait to use that with you guys. Maybe I'll use it on Monday. I'll think of some inspiration. The other thing I wanted to show you, because it's a treat for myself, and I was so excited that she had one on hand, because I told you how she pays me in product credit. So sometimes I'll get stamps and things like that, things that are traditional that I can use for my Facebook Lives. And that saves me money. As you guys know, I'm a frugal stamper. So I'm always kind of happy to, get free items that I can use in my Facebook Lives. I have been eyeing the Parakeet Party Stampin' Up! Travel mug. It is so cute. It is, let's see, how many ounces is it? It says hand wash only. I think it's it looks like it's about 18 or 20 ounces. I don't think it's just 12. I think it's probably closer to 18. But look it is so, and it's double insulated. You can buy Stampin' Up! Product. Now they're selling logo product on Stampin' Up!, which is really new. They hadn't done that before, but customers were wanting some of the logo product, and I'm super excited. So let me see, how does the lid open? Okay, the lid is a slide lid. I just had to brag about my little cup because I rarely buy something for myself. I mean, I buy some stamps here and there, but I don't always buy these kinds of things because I don't know, I don't know. It's just practicality. And so I'm so excited to put, I'm Mormon, so I don't drink coffee, but I love hot chocolate. And so I'm super excited to use this for my hot chocolate. I can also use it for water because it is double insulated, but it's sparkly. I don't know if you can see the sparkles in it, but it actually has a sparkle to it. There we go. I think you can see a little bit of that shine and the sheen. So it's much prettier in person than just on the website. I'm super excited. So it's basically a treat for myself. It's not just, just for fun. So anyway, I can't wait to wash it and use it. I'm super excited about my own little treats for myself. So I'll be using that probably tonight, just because even though I'm not going to travel anywhere with it, I am using it. So today we're going to do a Corgi card today using the cute little Corgi from Glad We're Friends. I wanted to remind you of one thing and then I'll get started. If you want to join my team, every month we have like team meetings and stuff. Joining a team doesn't always mean that you have to sell Stampin' Up! Products. I actually had joined a team for years because I just wanted a discount. That's the only reason why I joined, is because I wanted a discount. Well, when I signed up under my friend Candy, the discount, it was like for $99, I had gotten like $100 and something worth of product. Well, in this situation, it's now $99 and $156 worth of product. So that's $56 free and or $155 total. So $56 of free product and free shipping, and you get a free paper pumpkin kit, or just like one, not a subscription, but just a single kit. So in total, you're getting about $70, $80 in free product. I just thought I'd let you know that that's the current promotion. Now, you don't have to sell anything. You don't have to do anything extra. You would get a discount for about 6 months. And if you meet the minimum, which is $300, then you would get get to continue your discount. But it's all up to you. You don't have to continue it if you don't. And that's what I did. I just wanted the free product. And I was like, I'm not going to sell anything. I don't really care. I just want free stuff. And so that's how I wound up signing up. But we also have like challenges and classes, and it's super fun. I actually love, love, love being a part of my little Stampin' Up! Community. We do little craft challenges every month, and you get like prizes. They also have business challenges, and you can win prizes that way. But I love the creative ones where we can just make little cards and we put our little creation in and we can win some dimensionals or little embellishments, ribbon, whatever. And then we also have prizes in our meetings and stuff, and we do little classes in our meeting. So you get like 3 or 4 cards for like $10 or something like that, and then you can make them at home if you have the stamp set, or if you don't, you can do any stamp set. But the community that we have for Stampin' Up! Is really great. And so not only do you get this great discount, all this free product, but you also get this amazing little community that we have where we just craft. We're just ladies that paper craft. Now, we don't have any men in our group right now, but we totally accept men. There are men in the company that sell. It's not as common. It tends to be mainly female dominated, but I am super happy to like have anyone on my team. My friend Holly is on my team, and so everyone is welcome. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say is my little announcement today, and I'll go ahead and showcase my host code, so if you guys wanted to pick up any of the product. So let's go ahead and get started. So, all right. Okay, there we go. All right, so today, whoops, come on, baby. All right, so today I have our, oh, I forgot to cut this, darn it. So today we're gonna make this card because it's super fun. Oh, I have it upside down, sorry guys. So today we're gonna make this card super fun. I love the Corgi, even though I don't really love dogs. I love the Corgi that's in the stamp set, and so I decided to pair it up with the fun little, a fun paper, which I need to look at the name of the paper. So we're gonna be using this stamp set, and we're gonna be using this die, so I have to use my machine. Let's go ahead and cut that out really quick before I get started. I already cut this die out, so there's only one we need to cut out. And so you see these dies, these are the stitched rectangle dies, and these can be, now some of them can be used in the small machine, like these narrow ones, but the large one has to go in the big machine. And so what's cool is that it'll cut out the rectangle you need. And so I already cut one out. This was a sample one I was doing for a friend. It's because she loves Corgis. And so I went ahead and I made her Corgi looks a little bit like this. I made a better one. This one was my sample. But you can see what's cool is that it stitches on the inside and on the outside. So you could make a frame with this rectangle piece that's left over. And so that's kind of cool because look at how it has that stitching around the edge. So you could use it as a frame, or you could use also the piece that's inside. That is the same for this die set here, which, like I said, I forgot to cut. I knew I needed to cut it, and I just got sidetracked. So when we use these dies, it tells us exactly how to put my dies. So I need to use number 1. It says when using with thin dies, and this is embossing folders, this is 3D. So I need to use 1, 2, and 3. So 1, and this is 4. Oh, this is 2. Here we go. That's 2. All right. So it tells us, it gives you all the things that you need to cut your die. So we get out this is the large stamp cut and emboss machine. It looks like a toaster when you have it all set up. And so here, I can lift you up a little bit. It's a little messy on my desk, so don't judge. So what we do is, like I said, it gives you all the instructions, which I love. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna I already have the rectangle done, so I don't need that one rectangle. But I needed, oh no, I didn't need a die. My bad. Well, now I'm telling you about it. I'll show it to you. I thought I needed another die. I lied. I don't need one, but now that I'm showing it to you. So I just needed one of these for a different project, and I just got distracted. Sorry, guys. So, my bad. So I had it all ready for you, and then I got distracted. All right, so you put your die down. Hopefully, I guess you can't see. Let me move it a little more this way. So you put your die in, right? Okay, so you see a little bit of my belly. Then you put your you put your plates, like I told you, it's got 1 is the white piece, or the thick one, and then 2, and then 3. It tells you exactly how to do it in the directions on the plates. So you don't have to keep the paper directions. Then you just roll it through. Ooh. Sorry, I had done the wrong one. So when I'm done with this particular die, which we're not using on this project, what's cool is when I remove the die, it gives me these frames. These are called Picture This. That's the name of this die. And so look at how it makes the perfect little frame where you can, little windows. And I've done this for the Halloween card that I made. And then these pieces I can also use on another project. So these little stitch pieces I can also use on another project. So I'm sorry that I did an extra step here, but anyway, my bad. So, okay, let me set these aside. Even, I don't know how I got so distracted. Okay, so that is how you use the stamp, cut, and emboss. And that is how I cut out this Corgi that we're going to be using today. And there it is. And so we are using this little cutout. And so you see there's the leftover frame here that I did earlier and the little Corgi. And so now we're just going to take our little Corgi and we're going to pop it onto our little C block. Okay, and then we're going to use this sentiment. And then I actually want to use the paw print. I've used it before. You guys have seen me use it. Okay, let me move a little bit back. There we go. There we go. You guys have seen me use this before. This paw print that's in the North Pole Mischief. I love it so much. I've used it on every single card that I have an animal for because it's just the perfect little stamp. It's just the paw print. Now, I've used this for birthday as well as Christmas. I've shown you both. And so you can use it for Christmas, but you can also use it for birthday. I've shown you a couple options for that. So we've got our base. So this is a fresh freesia base. And this paper is from the... I keep calling it the rainbow paper. Hues of Happiness. This is from the Hues of Happiness paper, which we have looked at before. We made the hippo card a few weeks ago, and you see it has all the beautiful roses. It's just stunning. It is really a stunning pack of paper. It's in the main catalog, and it's called Hues of Happiness. Now the stamp set is also really cool if you really love flowers. I just really loved this particular piece, by the way. Hold on. So the back side of this was all rainbows, and then the front side, when you have the full sheet together, makes a full strips of rainbow flowers, you see. And I just cut off a little piece from the top. I wanted just this piece that had the purple to pool party, the freesia, the gorgeous grape, and the pool party. And so that's all I wanted. But the paper is just stunning. I can't get enough of this paper. And so even if I pull out, look at that. It's just so pretty. All of these. And then there's another one. Oh, this one's also rainbow-ish with lots of different colors. This one is all just like greens and purples. And this one is the warmer hues. And so they really took a lot of time, and the dies that go along with this paper cut out the roses. And so they cut out the roses for you. So it'll cut out this rose, and I believe this rose. It'll cut out 3 different flowers, which is really unusual because normally it just cuts out one. Oh, here we go. Here's a long strip. So you see how it goes red, like a calypso, then like a pink, an orange, a yellow, a green, a blue, and purples. And so that's what the whole sheet looks like. It's so pretty. So I can't get enough of this paper. So all I did was I cut out the piece I wanted, and see the back side had the stripes, but I wanted just flowers. You know me, I tend to usually like alternative papers. And so thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'm sorry I'm a little crooked. Let me see if it'll hold. The phone is just, I'm getting a new stand today. It should be in the come today. Fingers crossed. I decided to order a new one because this one is dang it. I just put some stuff down. Let's see if I can get that off. I just got glue all over my table. Let me get a Kleenex. And my project, but let me see if I can get this off. Yeah, I can. All right. So I've got glue all over, and I even got it on my, I got it on everything, which is okay, but I'm gonna have to stamp here on this little card, and I have glue everywhere. So, all right, cool. As long as I can get that off. And so, see, this is a stamp, a glue eraser, and I'm just doing this so I can pick up that little bit of glue so I don't get it on my project, just so it doesn't stick to my project. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. They have them at the Dollar Tree. I've seen them. They're not super expensive. So there is our base. So this is just a stamp, ink, and paper card. I really didn't want to go too far in with anything crazy because I just wanted to stick with just stamps, ink, and paper. I just thought it was such a fun card. And I didn't even put the sentiment on the front of the card because, I don't know. My friend Holly pointed out how a lot of Stampin' Up! People will use, I'm looking for a fresh freesia. Here we go. Will put their sentiment on the outside of the card, and she thought that was kind of strange. I mean, it's not bad or anything like that, but she just was surprised by it. Oh, I'm inking the wrong thing. I want to do the Corgi and let it dry because we're going to color it with some blends. And when you color with blends, you want you want it to dry. So let me get this right down. All right, good. I was wiggling. I'm glad I did. All right. And so I wanted to have, and so we'll let that dry for just a second before we color it. I just inked this up with the fresh freesia. And I'm gonna, the cool thing about this sentiment, I'm blown away by you, is that it's crooked. So even when you put it down in here, it'll be, because it's crooked, it doesn't really matter because you can, you can't tell that it's crooked because it's intentionally crooked. So I don't know. I kind of like that. It was basically foolproof in a way. So sorry about that with the dies, but I had all these people in here watching and then I bored them with the dies. So sorry about that, guys. But I mean, I want to show you guys things and then I get distracted. So, I just love the stitching on those dies. They come out so good. Okay. So this is the inside of my card and we'll let that Corgi dry just another second and then we're going to color it in. All right. So for the Corgi, I decided to use number 500, which is this one. This blend. These are the natural blends and they use these mainly for, I mean, they use them a lot for skin color is what they want. Oh, and I also need pink for the tongue. This is light Flirty Flamingo and I'm going to color the outside of my tongue with the light and I want the inside of the tongue with the dark, just to make it look a little different. And so for this Corgi, I'm not going to add a ton of texture because I don't know, I thought it was just so cute as is. Oops, the pink. I need his ears pink. I like having just a little bit of pink in the ear. Because, you know, like just a touch. Okay. And then we color. We're using number 500. And I showed you before, Stampin' with Tammy has a whole like chart for the colors, the Stampin' Blend colors, and how they mix together. And so my Corgi is going to be traditional here. But the one that I showed you before, the black one, I made him custom for a friend because her Corgi has 3 colors technically. He mainly looks black and white, but he actually technically has 3 colors when you get up close with them. So I wanted her Corgi to be custom to the same colors. It's for Candy, who's my upline. And so I'm not actually going to use a second blend to color them. I'm just going to use this one. And the reason why they came out with these natural colors, some of it was for skin tone, and some of it was just because we needed some other colors to make, you know, hair color, even animals, you know, like we just needed different colors to match. And so you see, I made her Corgi, you know, he has these like tan cheeks and his ears are a little bit pink and tan, but then his body is half black and half white. And so he just looks a little bit different. And so I like that I could customize the Corgi just to her style. I like that with having blends, you know. In that case, I used a lot of black, so that was a little different. So then I decided, in order to pick up the green in this flowered paper, I went ahead and I used Granny Apple Green. I'm using the light Granny Apple Green. here. It's just to pick up that little extra color. And then I had used the dark Granny Apple Green here, but you'll see what I did is I actually changed it. Oh, I used the dark there too. And so I used the dark one here, but it was like a little too bright in my opinion. I wanted it like a little more, darker. And so I put the Granny Apple Green here, but I'm going to use it again in a second. And I need light gray granite. And then I took the light olive, old olive, and I colored my Granny Apple Green with this light old olive, and it makes it just a little bit darker than, you see, this is definitely an olive, but I still wanted that bright green, but not so dark. And so I just went ahead and added that little touch of the darker on top. So this is dark Granny Apple Green, and then I added the light old olive on top. Okay, and that's how I got that darker green color, so that it's not as muddy as old olive. Old olive is like a rich old color, but I wanted it still bright but toned down, so to speak. Then I went ahead and I took the light gray granite, and I colored my fan with all this light gray granite. Okay, I colored them all. And I had wanted to use like the dark gray granite, but I changed my mind after coloring the coloring a sample. I realized I actually liked having I used the Granny Apple Green, and I put it on the underside of each of these little stems, and it adds the tiniest little contrast. And I continued it with the underside. Okay, and that's how I got those lines there. And it just adds a little extra texture to that fan. And then I used the light, this is the dark Pool Party. I don't have light Pool Party. Okay. To do the air. And then I used the dark Highland Heather for the little ribbons coming off, because that'll pick up the gorgeous grape. I don't have all the blends, so I use the ones that I have and just make it work. And now you can see, we're just popping that on. This is a super quick card, super quick. The hardest part is the coloring, and that doesn't take that long. And so let me grab my dimensionals. And what I like, excuse me, what I like is oops, I'll leave those there. What I like about this is just stamp, ink, and paper. I didn't add anything extra. Oh, and notice how I colored on top of the paper here, because if you color straight on your table, as Marcia mentioned in our last video, she colored straight on the table and it stained her table, because they're alcohol markers, so technically they can color on most surfaces, and they'll stain the table. Now I have a really dark finish. I haven't noticed any stains, but this is my work table. I wouldn't mind it with this particular table, but if I had a nicer table, oh yeah, I wouldn't want any stains. So you see, I always make sure I use a paper underneath to catch all the colors. And you remember I colored this raccoon the other day. I colored him, and that's how he came out. See, it bled all the way through there. And so you just got to be careful with that. So that's our Corgi. Super quick, easy card. And look, less than 30 minutes, even with all that yapping I did in the beginning and the mistake I made. And anyway, so. I'm so glad you guys are watching. Sometimes I do these videos and no one watches, and that's okay. I'm not upset because I know people watch them later. But like sometimes it feels weird doing it by yourself. But here's our fabulous Friday, our 4 o'clock. Oops, at 4 o'clock. I managed to make it. I was a minute or two late, but I managed to make it. So there we go. Cute, right? And I just like the whimsy of using something like a floral with a cartoon, because I think that doesn't always... Is he crooked? He's crooked. Yeah. Or she. They're a little crooked. Hold on. Let me see if I put so many dimensionals. Oh, that's the problem when you are so obsessed with your dimensionals. All right. He is crooked. I love this set mainly for the cat, Marsha. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I love it for that one cat with the princess. And so let me go ahead and fix this. I have a little mistake. It was pretty crooked. It was off by like quite a bit. It was a little too obvious that it was crooked. So I'll fix it. But yeah, I love that I made that little Corgi card for Candy and made it match her dog, he's very sick. He's actually dying. And so I'd forgotten about that, but I'm glad that she got that little bit of joy out of that card. Look, I'm so glad I managed to pull these off. All right, I hadn't pressed it down too hard. I still managed to pull it up. Okay, let me get this straight on here. And I didn't rip my paper. All right, there we go. It was definitely crooked, and I just hated that it was so crooked. I don't like to send someone a totally crooked card. So there we go. So cute, right? So the cool options for this particular stamp set is it also has a guinea pig, and that is very unusual because, I mean, who has guinea pig stamps? I don't know anybody. I wanted mainly for this cat, just this cat alone, but I haven't used the cat yet. It's so funny because I've used the dog, but not the cat yet. But I'm a huge cat lover. Let me see. I got some gook on here. Oh, it's, you know what? It's because I had put it down on that gluey part that I had messed up on the table earlier. So it dirtied up my, but look at a little eraser helped me get that little bit of dirt off of it. So yeah, see this little bit of dirt was collecting on the glue that's down here on the table, and it was showing up on my card. So this is just a, you know, in a retractable eraser, and I love retractable erasers. I love office supplies, but I just think this stamp set is so sweet. A friend like you comes along once in 9 lives. It's Guinea Be a Great Day. I mean, how cute that is, that with the little guinea pig. And Glad We're Friends. This little guinea pig is so cute. I used to have guinea pigs as a kid, so growing older is mandatory, growing up is optional. Happy birthday. So it's a very whimsical, fun stamp set. You know, I just find, you know me, I love a little whimsy. I love a little silliness. And so don't forget, here's my host code for the month of October, and I'm going to be getting out I'll be getting out the cards and prizes from last month. I'm going to do the drawing for the Disney bag. I did calculate out all the comments and shares and everything that people gave me. And so I'll go ahead and calculate those and do a random drawing, and I'll put out an image to notify who won. So thanks for tuning in. How sweet is this little card? It's just such a sweet, fun card. And I love that the flowers. Like, who would have thought to put flowers with the dog? You know, like most of the time you're going to use something, I don't know, traditional. And you know me, I don't like traditional. So here are my here's my fun little card. So thanks for tuning in and being so patient. I appreciate you guys. And, like I told you before, now this is the stitched rectangle dies that allowed me to, I used this one here. Yeah, I used the third one in, and that's the one, you know, and I just measured. I literally took my stamp and tried to figure out if it would fit inside. And that's how I measure my stamp. Some people might actually truly measure them with the centimeter. I didn't do that. I literally just tried to see if it was going to fit. And so there's my little Corgi. My sample Corgi, because I wanted to show you guys how you can keep a frame or you can have your little rectangle. So I'm going to save this frame for later, because who knows, maybe I'll go to do something and need a little frame. And I keep them all within the same set so that I don't get them, oh, I need to turn this the other way, so that I don't get them, lose them. Because oftentimes, you know how, oh, I should put this in with my stamp actually, because I could technically make an all black Corgi from that. So, and my spare Corgi, I'm going to put with my stamp set, and that way I have, if I need a Corgi and I happen to not have much time to color, I could fix this a little bit with a little bit of extra. I just have to fix him up a little. I just wanted him to look exactly like my friend's Corgi, and so I could make him all black down here, add a little more black in different places. But so I saved that, so the next time I go to use the stamp set, I already have it. So, all right, thanks, Marsha. Thanks for tuning in. And these are the stitched rectangle dies. I hope you guys check them out. Don't forget to use my host code, and I'll get everything out for you guys this weekend. That's my plan, is just to mail now that I feel better. So thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. I appreciate you. Have a happy, fabulous Friday.